for coming
Can you
down.
do this like you did the other one?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
This was silver.
Silver, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one was
And you sign them inside my hat.
quite a still.
Whatever you can
Try
do.
it, yeah.
Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have Rick autograph a couple of pots. I'm gonna autograph an autographed jersey from Rick.
How you been, all right?
Yeah,
How's everything in New Hampshire?
beautiful.
Beautiful?
Everything's good in New Hampshire. You want that goals and
Yeah, it's easy. You can get goals in there. I'm going out, flying out to Seattle tomorrow for my birthday.
really?
Yeah, 53.
My son lives in Seattle.
Takes a degree
He
from
loves
MIT.
it.
My parents put, whatchamacallit,
Takes a degree from MIT to run these things.
can you put nifty down on the bottom?
Yeah.
You kid, engineering?
No, my parents, my
My
mother's,
husband's engineer, MIT.
My
living
husband's
room,
uncle did,
I
my
mean, dining room,
grandfather
was,
did.
whatchamacallit,
He was gonna be a
you can put
lawyer.
nifty on these, or,
I know,
Rick
he was
Middleton.
going in there
Yeah.
for engineering, but then he didn't want to do that. He wanted to go to be a lawyer, so he
you miss putting on the screen?
graduated from.
Oh, I still
MIT,
do. I'm
went on
heading
to
to a game right now.
graduated from
Oh,
there, so we
God.
went to
We have a
two
game
colleges
in,
and decided- and he was a big lawyer in Boston.
Bedford.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I'm just gonna go Rick Middleton and say
Okay, yeah, whatever.
underneath. There's not enough room.
Okay, there's no problem.
Oh my God, my cousin's company.
Yeah, last game of 2017. I'm the president of the alumni.
Oh, God,
So we do about
congratulations.
we do about 30 games a year for charity.
Yeah, nice.
My cousin's
So this is our
name
last one of 2017
Ford.
Oh, wow.
What FORD?
Yeah.
at the Edge in Bedford.
Bedford, yeah. Whatchamacallit said hello to you Saturday. I saw him, Reggie Lemley.
Oh, I saw Reg yesterday. Yeah,
You look good.
he plays on our team. He's actually my left winger.
Oh, you look good.
He doesn't play goalie much anymore.
No.
She's saving her money to go back to college.
Literally. So,
How you been physically good?
Yeah, we were just up in Canada playing the Canadians alumni 3 games in a row.
Wow.
I'm getting too old for that.
he was
You must be around my age.
I'm 64.
Oh my God. You don't look it, my friend.
and he also was designer on the
You miss scrapping? I mean,
No, I wasn't a big scrapper anyways,
I
but
thought you were.
Actually,
no, I won the Lady Byng one year.
Oh, wow.
PG is over at Pew.
Says somebody had to kill the penalty.
And every morning he goes in, he says, "Hi, Dad."
I used to work for Ultron at the Kim City for years and years and years and years. That's what I was doing. Well, electronics.
I have a
Electronics, I was
massive
good at it, so,
collection
you
of
know.
stuff. I got your shirt autographed and signed and everything at the house.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That I'm not selling.
I just want to get all this
I
paperwork.
appreciate this, thank you. Do you mind putting Rick Middleton if you want to Joe?
Want this one to Joe?
No, that. To Joe.
I've been here since 1 o'clock. I got here before 4.
Well, we came right in behind you.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, the door was open. I said, "I'll be walking in." It worked.
Oh, yeah, all I did was press the button, that's all. I don't know how to load them or anything else.
Oh, you have a disc. I've got it.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you,
All right.
sir. Have a nice
Happy
holiday.
birthday.
Thank you.
Don't forget these.
No, I won't forget those.
You have a great Christmas.
You do the same That's the way I
Have a good time in
I
Seattle.
will. I'll tell my parents.
Good night. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi. Nice sweater. Wow, Jerry.
This is 40 years.
Jeez.
I made it.
He's older than 40. He's retired to Florida now.
Did he?
Yeah, him and his
North
wife.
Reading, wasn't it? North Reading or something?
North Andover.
Yeah.
North
I lived
Andover.
in- I lived down there.
Yeah.
But I thought, I said, people said, "I made this for my my son."
Very nice. I've never seen one like it.
Isn't it?
This is it.
My other one I had has a 7 on it.
Oh, yeah.
How did you end up with Eric's number?
Derek and I played together my rookie year in New York for the Rangers. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. Then he got traded to St. Louis, and I got traded to Boston, and 16 was available, so I took it. We
I
were
remember when they
friends.
first, the 70s, all the guys that were bad, they all got together and they made this beautiful team.
Well,
I lived in Summer.
I know. I just missed it by a couple of years.
I lived in
Thank you.
That's
But what
black.
you do is,
Sugar cream?
Just cream's fine.
my grandson, great grandson, he's 5 years old, he plays hockey. His first fight,
No, at 5? Serious?
5, he dropped His sister plays pretty good. That I don't like.
Yeah.
I wish he was like me. His name is Jackson.
Jackson?
Yep. He'd be thrilled.
What's his team's name?
Oh,
You don't remember what he plays
They want to get a picture of me with my shirt and everything.
for? Sure.
I used to early play, I used to live in some of them. I used to go up the top of the hill, hop the bus, go all the way into the gardens, and my friend and I had tickets where the Globe photographer sits.
Yeah.
That's my secret. I had right up in front where you have a fight.
Good old days.
And
Want to get one right here?
Yep, okay.
Okay.
You want to grab this? Because Frank wants one.
Yes, I can.
Real camera. Wow.
Well, I just got it. I just got
I
it.
said to her, you need to go MIT into MIT.
Well, it goes so quick, I can't even show you, and I don't know how to show you.
Take
So I
one more.
read the
Take one
manual.
more. That's half the
How
fun.
about this guy? We get one.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, come on in.
And then I'll give that to Frank.
That's a movie camera.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're on movies.
That's a-
Come on
that's
in
the
and
town.
we'll get a picture.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have no idea who you are.
That's
My husband
okay.
doesn't know sports.
I have
My
no idea who you
husband
are.
my husband doesn't know sports at all. It's me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for Monday night cheerleaders.
Yeah, I bet you are.
The ones, a bunch of grown men chasing each other
Hockey,
because
most
one's got
hockey
a ball.
players don't have cheerleaders. Those hockey teams. Or I don't know why.
You haven't changed it.
No, well,
You should
thank
bring
you.
it up.
It's good to meet you. Merry Christmas. God bless you. You look great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming down. Feel
What
good.
about that Tim? Where is he?
He's in the Cape. He lives in the Cape now. He's about 70.
And Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby's about 68. He's in the Cape too. Yeah. And Florida.
Yeah. Well, you wonder where it's going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got knees from my skating. I used to figure skate.
Yeah.
And the knees are
Yeah,
all shot.
I know how it feels.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Good.
Yeah, hope Santa's good to you.
Hello, my name is Robert Cimino, and we're doing this right now at about 8 days before Christmas at West Real Estate on Main Street in Wilmington. And with us right now, we have the president of the Boston Bruins Alumni Association, Rick Middleton, and Frank and Karen West. And Frank and Karen, the reason we want to talk to you is tell us something about Toys for Tots, how long you've been doing it, and why you got into it.
Yeah.
You can hold that.
We've been doing this for about 21 years. We started it way back when Colleen, my daughter, was about a year and a half old. We decided to do it because we wanted to do something to give back to the community that has made us so successful. And we decided that this is the best charity that we could do to help the young kids around the state.
Frank, want to add anything to that?
No, I think she's pretty much said it all. We've enjoyed doing it. We're actually the zone managers for both Wilmington and Tewksbury. Currently, we have about 75 toy box locations between the two towns, and we sponsor specific events. Like we were gracious enough to have Rick Middleton to come to sign autographs for a toy donation. So again, these are the types of events we like to do, and we're very fortunate to have people such as Rick, and we've had several of the Bruins alumni come over the years to help support our cause.
Thank you. Rick, can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
I mean, obviously in this area we're all big Boston Bruins fans. And no, I mean it. And you originally came to the Bruins. You got traded even up for Ken Hodge.
Yes.
Ken played 1 year after they traded him from the Rangers, and you played for 12 more years.
Well,
for
Ken was 10 years my senior.
I understand that, but yeah. You scored a hat trick in your first goal as a Boston Bruins uniform.
Yeah, first game.
I saw that
mainly
game.
because of the guys that I was playing with, Jean Rattel and Johnny Busick.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you paired up quite a bit with Barry Peterson. I remember that.
In the 80s, yeah.
80s, right?
After the 70s were over and Don Cherry was fired and left town, through his teaching, helping me become a better two-way player, I was kind of Jerry Cheever's go-to guy, and Barry came to the team. They put us together, and we just clicked right away. And we had some really good years in there. We thought it was going to last forever, but nothing does. So we're just happy that we had those 3-4 years together.
And you won the Lady Byng Trophy. Was it in 83?
82, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting story. We don't have enough time for me to tell. I'll tell you off camera.
You scored 51 goals that year.
Yeah, and I got 49 the next year. So I said I had 250 goals, but the league doesn't recognize it.
Well, I think two of the more amazing statistics about your career is you had 5 consecutive years where you scored at least 40 goals and had 90 points. And that was during the early 80s. You won the Lady Byng during that that time. You were probably the best one-on-one hockey player I have ever seen in my life.
Well, thank you. It was that was kind of my forte. The only reason I made it to the NHL, I didn't have the big shot like a Guy Lafleur or a Mike Bossy from the outside, so I had to work in close to the net, and you have to go around the defense to get there, and that usually gets them mad. So I always had to keep my head up after I beat one of those guys, because I knew he'd be coming after me later.
Now, do you realize you still hold 4 National Hockey League records? Do you know that?
I'm aware of 3.
Okay, so what are the 3 you're aware
2
of?
maybe.
Okay.
Well, in the playoffs, most points in a 7-game series. As a line and as an individual.
Right.
But after that, I'm not really sure.
Okay, believe it or not, they have statistics on this. You have
Really?
the most points in a series by a right wing.
By a right wing. Okay, I didn't know that.
And the
one.
most assists by a right wing in a series.
Oh, really?
Yes, you
okay.
do.
Well, thank you for letting me know that.
You also have a Boston Bruins record of having the most points, which, believe it or not, you tied with Ken Hodge.
Yeah, tied with Kenny at 105
in a
points.
season.
I knew
Right.
that.
Okay.
And the most shorthanded goals, which I only learned that a couple years ago. I didn't even know that one. Just beating Derek by 1 goal.
Right.
Because he was such a great
And you had the
prolific-
same number.
And we have the same number
right.
because a lot of people don't remember. Derek and I played together in New York with the Rangers.
Right.
Nobody remembers him as a Ranger.
Okay.
And that's why I wore 16 when I got
And I'm going
to
to take you
Boston.
really way far back. When you the first 2 years you were in junior hockey, you played. You scored over 200 points in junior hockey in less than 100 games.
Well, that was mainly in the second year. Yeah, I had. If anybody's going to have a great draft year, that was the year to do it. I got lucky enough to score the most goals in the league that year, and that's what propelled me into the
And you were
NHL.
drafted overall 14th by the Rangers.
14th overall by the Rangers, 1973.
Yeah, and
dream come true.
And you first year with the Rangers, I think you only played less than 50 games.
I had a good start. I think I had about 18 goals by Christmas leading the rookie parade, and then I got a stick in the mouth, lost 4 teeth, and broke my ankle a week later.
I heard
so it
about
was a bad week.
It was a bad week. You still scored 20.
And you only have one chance to win Rookie of the Year.
Exactly,
so that
but you
was-
still scored 22 goals that year.
I ended up with scoring like 4 when I got back, but I
right.
didn't get back till like March. Yeah.
No. And unfortunately, all careers come to an end.
Yeah.
And I think the beginning of yours coming to an end is you actually in practice, you got hit by a puck in practice.
Yeah, some people write that was the end, that I suffered headaches. That wasn't really true.
Okay, so what exactly is the true story?
Well, I ended up with a blood clot in the brain, but initially when I got hit with a puck, it didn't even break the skin, but I played the next day, and I think that's how the blood clot formed. I had some seizures, they said, not shaking-wise, but my hearing was off. And I heard this song 3 times in a row in the dressing room, but the radio wasn't on.
Ooh.
So the neurologist said I had a seizure.
Right.
So they put me on Dilantin, which is anti-seizure medication. So 6 weeks later, my head injury healed, but I started hyperventilating when I worked out. So I couldn't even play the rest of that year. They didn't want me to stop the medication. And luckily, I just said on my own, I stopped it, and it was the medication. Okay. So the next year, I played on left wing with Cam Neely. The first full year that he was with the Bruins. And we had a good year. We both scored 30-some-odd goals. So I wasn't, my retirement wasn't affected by the head injury. I played 2 years after that.
Right.
And the next year we went to the finals against Edmonton and lost out. And
Yeah, I
then
remember
Harry
that.
decided to buy me out of my option year. Yeah. I just wanted to play one more year and get 1,000, and I ended up 12 points short of 1,000.
Right. You played, I think, it was 1,005 games, and you had 988 points.
Yeah, pretty close to a point a game.
Amazing, a point a game.
Pretty happy.
It is.
We met about 10 years ago. I thought it was 5 years ago. Frank had called me or called the alumni office and asked if I come down, and I came down that many years ago. It didn't seem that long, but it has been. So I'm glad that you got hold of me again, and I was able to come back.
Thank you for coming back.
Oh, my pleasure. I just wasn't able to in other years. You get busy around Christmas time, and I've been president of the alumni for 10 years now, and actually heading to a game in Bedford. It's our last game of the year.
Okay, I'll bring up one more stat because this is I think one of the more amazing stats I ever read. Anyone who has more than 400 goals in the National Hockey League, you have the second highest percentage of shots, goals per shots on goals.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, boy, you know more than I do.
I did my homework before I came. Okay, I did my homework before I came,
Well,
but
thank you.
it was a pleasure. As I said, we're contemporaries, and we're actually about 4 months apart in age, and you were one of the great players that I remember coming up.
Well, I
and
really
watching.
appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you. How's that, Judd? Wait a minute. Yep.
And one other thing, Rick, on behalf of the Toys for Tots Foundation, what we'd like to do is that we'd like to give you a certificate of appreciation
Oh, that's
for
nice.
coming here and also for your past support, and we really appreciate the fact that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't have
On
to
behalf
do
of
that.
Toys for Tots,
It's
thank
our
you.
my pleasure and the
thank you
alumni's
very much.
pleasure. So each year, if you're looking for somebody, you just contact me. I can put it out through our office, and we should be able to get somebody over here each year.
Thank you
That's great.
very much.
So it sounds like we can't retire from Toys for Tots for a number of years.
No, well, no, that's up to you. but you might as well go for 25, right?
That's right.
And for
That's a great, I know it's hard to run anything for 20 years, and you know, you guys done a great job, and you just think of how many kids you made happy with the toys, and
that's
it
really
is
what keeps
one
you
of the
going.
greatest charities. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, Rick, is that it's been our honor to host events like this, but we put empty toy boxes into many locations,
Right.
and then we also.
Not just here. Yeah,
No,
it's all over.
we actually we're the zone managed for both Wilmington and Tewksbury.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's the people, the residents, and the businesses that actually are our heroes that help
sure,
us with the
yeah.
program, and people obviously.
But it's
like
got to
yourself.
start at the start, and you guys are at the beginning of it. So
Right.
That's great.
well, thank you very much. I hope you continue doing this. I've known you for almost 20 years now myself, and
Like that, yeah.
I brought my daughter down here when I think she was 3. So I really appreciate what you guys have been doing. And Rick, thank you very, very
Well,
much.
thank
It's
you
been an
again.
honor.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, guys.
One at a time, guys.
Oh, thank you. How are you? Rick Middleton. Like a picture of somebody? Johnny? Sure. He's a big Bruins fan.
John would be here, he wanted to be here, but he's going to Boston because he's going to a wrestling match. He's off.
Well, oh yeah, my son used to love the wrestling matches. You're welcome. Dan?
Oh, that's her Bob.
Yeah, your father, of course.
I know you don't remember me playing, so you can always YouTube me.
No,
All right, thanks, guys.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming down. Yeah, Frank said it. I thought it was like maybe 5 years ago I was here. He says it's close to 10.
Oh, really?
How time goes by.
I know.
I don't know if I'm just busier now or time is going quicker, but I don't even have my Christmas shop.
Oh, really? Like a week.
I know. I work good under pressure.
Yeah.
Every year I say, no, I'm going to do it early next year.
Right.
Never gets done.
Oh, you want to see one?
Just, you want it in blue?
We're still allowed to open our presents till Christmas night.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Oh, you want that one?
Okay.
Hi, Rick.
Good. Thanks, Sue. don't think we're gonna have a white Christmas this year.
No.
Yeah.
Not new snow.
That's just the only time I like it.
Yeah, I know. I know. Some years we get tons, and
I know.
some years we hardly get any.
And we're talking like rain at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Anyway. The times they are changing.
I know. Oh, do you mind doing a
Sure,
short?
just in blue.
No rush, no rush.
Okay. Thanks so
My
much.
pleasure.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too.
You got it.
Hand it back to you, Black.
All right.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, good. You want a picture or? Yeah, come on over here.
My mom's jealous. I get to meet you.
Oh, yeah, she's a fan, yeah.
Yeah, she's a huge fan.
Say cheese. Fromage. That's what they say in Quebec.
All right.
What's her name? I'll send a picture to her.
It's Becky for my mom.
Becky.
You gotta watch out for these two, Rick, especially this one here.
Oh, yeah?
What did I do? I'm taking a picture.
She's always been a Bruins fan.
Oh yeah, we all have.
Way back.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And
Anyone
then
else?
can get you 2 more.
Yeah.
And then this one's for Erin. E-R-I-N. That's my mother-in-law.
Another big fan?
Oh yeah.
I say the same thing. The reason I chose this picture is because I scored one-handed.
Yeah, I remember that play. I actually watched it on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was on there.
Yeah, all of your plays are on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a few tapes, I know that. And this
This one's for me.
Oh.
Brian with the Y.
I'm waiting for somebody to write Brian with a Y.
I know a few guys that would do that.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks, man. What a while.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Who would you like me
I'm
to?
going to need this out to Keith.
Keith? Say anything in particular, or big
No,
fan?
he's a big fan of everything.
Everything? Okay.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Nice
Good to
meet
see you.
Yeah, this is Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. Pleasure.
Yeah, an autograph, I guess.
Yeah, one of these.
Yeah,
Just sign it?
yeah. Because it's a shame, that they didn't get Rattel more skill on the wings. You guys would have won. He'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, John and I played together for a short time.
Right, but they had him with like wing sinking around too much and not enough skill on the left wing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys
What was
were
weird was I started in New York. John was there in New York, but I could never play with him because Rod Gilbert was always his right winger.
Right,
So I never got a chance to play with him until I got to Boston.
I was so glad that we made that trade from Hodgeville because I was afraid because you were a party when you were younger.
Yeah.
I says he's going to end up like John Murdoch did. You know what I'm saying? Remember the stories that John
Well,
Murdoch
that's
used to
one
play?
reason the Rangers wanted to get me out of New York because
Yeah.
I was having way too much fun.
Yeah, you were way better off with a lunch bucket kind of.
Well, I was better off with a team that really had a good nucleus, and the Rangers at that time were breaking their team up.
Exactly. They
The
just had a
Bruins,
one-line team.
even though they lost Cheevers and Sanderson and Bailey and a bunch of the guys from WHA, they still had Cashman and Busick and
yeah.
Cheever.
Yeah.
Cheesy came back.
Yeah, a lot of
by the time we
character
got
guys.
there. Yeah, and then we got Park and Rattel. So they have very good veteran leadership in Boston.
Too bad we didn't get one in the Stanley Cup.
I know.
We'd be in the Hall
Well,
of Fame.
Montreal was just like so strong. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but that, they got such a great defense.
Well, I don't like to think that if we had won the cup, I'd be in the Hall.
Oh, you would. Yeah, there's no question about it. That you
But that shouldn't really be
yeah, it's an individual. When Ray
a
Bork
breaking point because they put in Korea this year, and his points and mine are pretty much similar.
Yeah.
He never won a cup.
Yeah.
They put him in. So it isn't really a sticking point, but it sure helps if you did win.
But on most teams, you would have been a first line right winger.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we had a talented team.
oh, you definitely did. You should have got one Stanley Cup on it. But again, not
I
enough-
wish.
Yeah,
A lot of guys don't even get to go to the finals, though. I went to 3.
Yeah, that's true.
2 Canada Cups.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
the fan jet, you're surprised, I'm sure, about the fans, how much they remember.
Yeah, really. And they're getting older. No.
Yeah, exactly. Long-term memory
Not
is easy.
me, but you're getting old. Yeah.
Long-term memory is easy as you get older. The short-term.
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
tough.
I totally agree.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah,
Pleasure
thanks
meeting
for coming down. Merry Christmas. Hi.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
See you here.
Thanks for coming down.
Oh, my pleasure.
Got a few things there? Or
Yes, yeah, I got a
sign.
Oh, you got all the loot.
Okay. Is this a Christmas present for someone?
For me.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a game. I'm the president of the alumni. We have our last game of 2017 today at 5:30 in Bedford.
Okay.
And you could get all this signed by
Oh, wow.
if you wanted to come down. Yeah. It's at the Edge in Bedford.
At the edge of Bedford. Oh, great.
At 5:30. See how
Yeah, I used to do that a lot.
Andy Brickley, Bobby Beers, and Bob Sweeney.
I know.
They're all playing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's
Merry
excellent.
Christmas.
Merry
Do you want one of
Christmas.
these signed?
Sure, that'd be awesome.
To anyone or?
To Nick.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry you married him.
Oh!
You trained him well.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're the one that said I was a college student, so now I got it.
When I was 5 years old, I got hit by a car, and I broke my leg. And Phil Esposito decided doing this thing.
Oh, is that right?
Right in Burlington, the old Buick. Yeah, and so I got a puck from him.
What year was that when you were 5? What year were you born?
70, so 68, so
73. Yeah, just after they won the cup. Because he was gone by 75. I was in New York.
Oh, you got traded.
when he got traded in New York. I actually played right wing with him in 75, 76.
You did? In New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I got traded at the end of that season.
Came
He
to
won
Boston.
one of his old wingers. So the Bruins, I guess, had soured on Kenny Hodge, and the Rangers had soured on me because I was having too much fun in New York. And even though Kenny was 10 years older than me, they traded us 1 for 1. So Hodgie got his old winger, and I got the boss.
The Bruins got the steal on that deal, huh?
It turned out good for me and the Bruins, hopefully. I'm glad I came here, that's for sure. So I started my career at Providence, Rhode Island. It was the Rangers farm team,
Providence was?
1973. Played in the American League, the Providence Reds. First year they built the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
Oh, wow.
I lived in Cranston.
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 So where are you from originally?
Toronto.
Oh, you are from Toronto.
Canada, yeah.
Oh.
But I'm an American citizen now. I got my citizenship.
So you stayed in Boston?
Hampton, New Hampshire.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I love it here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
So thank you. Thanks for coming down. See you? Yeah. How are you?
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I have a son-in-law that's not, my daughter lives with him, but I'm very fond of him.
Okay.
I would like to get you to sign one of your, Rich has been having an operation, and I just want to surprise him to Ken.
Ken?
Yeah. He wants to make sure.
Say Merry Christmas 2017.
Yeah, that's good.
Who?
sick girl.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
To John.
John, John?
Yep.
What years were you in Vietnam?
65 and 66. John, best of luck in hockey.
Okay.
The Bruins got an old-timers game. You playing today?
Yeah, we call them alumni.
Alumni, I like that better.
My son's going to be playing for the other team. So
No, really?
Don't embarrass him too much. Okay?
No, is that right?
Yeah. If you score on, his name is Wallace.
Wallace?
Yes.
What number do you know?
76. I don't know. I don't
You're not
remember,
sure.
but-
Okay.
But anyway,
But
if
if
you
they have
score
their
on him,
names on it.
if you score on,
Is he the goalie?
No,
Oh,
he's a
okay.
defenseman. So if you score him, just say that's for your dad.
That's for your dad.
That's
All
for your
right.
dad.
All right. Wallace is the last name. Okay.
Yeah. Just tell him that's for your dad.
Thank you
Yeah.
very
That's why I
much.
got this for him.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
that's for your
He's in the
dad.
military also?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's the charity is the 22.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
friend. I don't know if he's playing today or not.
Brian?
Yeah.
Casey.
Ryan Casey, he was a goalie. I don't know if he's
Okay.
playing today or not. But,
We've never played them before, so I don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is gonna be fun. We're gonna know a few people
Are you
there.
going to go over?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So we'll see. So
All right, yeah.
So when you score the goal, I'll be going crazy.
Well, I'll try, but I'm not as fast as I used to be. They probably have some young guys up
You know
there.
what? You know what? If these young kids today,
Yeah.
I think what's happened is they watch some of your tapes, and that's where they learn the
Well,
moves to do the stuff.
They skate
today.
too fast today.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you over there.
All righty.
Okay. Are we going to do a picture? All right.
Let's get this done.
Okay, we're coming in.
Come on in.
We're gonna
Hey, Rick.
we're gonna crowd around you for a
Good,
moment.
good.
Love the sweater. Love it.
All right.
Guys, come on in.
Okay, Robin, boys.
You know who the guy is, don't you?
Room. All right.
Max, come on in.
Joe,
All right.
Can I get in the back like and Joe can
Yeah,
go
good
and
to
do
meet
this?
you.
was a hockey player too.
well, you're shorter, so
Oh, that's all
Then we
right.
turn sideways.
don't worry.
like we're
Yeah, everyone turn sideways. When you get in. That's right. Push in, Joe. Don't worry. Your grandma don't bite.
Hold on, Miriam. Go up there for a second. John, go over there for a second. Joe.
Okay.
Frank, I think he just wants the scouts and us for right now.
We're going
He's
to
gonna
do a
one
little
shot.
picture.
Yeah, us from
I'm
the
thinking,
scouts.
I'm thinking you could actually be seated
Yeah.
for this.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
And we'll surround you,
Yes.
the king.
yeah.
This is his
That'd be like
court.
Santa Claus.
This is his court.
There you
Several
go.
of them today, by the way.
See, that way
All right,
there
we need to
is-
get this really tight.
Hey, let me move it up.
Really tight. Okay, we're happy. We're smiling.
We're married.
I'm going to do a couple of these. Okay, can you lower that one, sir, just a bit? Hold it with both hands. One from underneath. Lower it. There you go. Okay, eyeballs into the cameras, folks. Stay right there. No moving.
No breathing.
No, please breathe. Breathing. Big smiles. Happy, happy.
I thought I was.
It's a wonderful thing.
Okay.
Thank you all
Thank
very
you.
much.